Hi, my name is Dave Hodges. I'm the host of the Common Sense Show. We are the show that is freeing America one enslaved mind at a time. Thank you so much for joining us. It's a privilege and a pleasure to come before you. And we're going to talk to you here about a government disinformation group embedded within DHS. They have lied to Congress under oath. They've obstructed justice. They're interfering in First Amendment. They've colluded with private entities designed to censor your speech. And they call it misinformation and disinformation. And then they go on and they lament that, gee, people think they actually have the right to say something that's incorrect. Well, they do. They do. You can't threaten other people. You can't yell fire in a crowded theater. You can't say, I'm going to go to this place and kill these kinds of people. You can't say that stuff, of course. We all agree on that. But they're saying, if you say something they disagree with, misinformation, disinformation, they don't have to give you a counter argument. They don't have to even tell you they're censoring you. They shadow ban you. They interfere in your communications. And I'm someone who that happened to. And I'm going to tell that story again and then talk about what we have learned from congressional investigations. My name is Dave Hodges. I'm the host of the Common Sense Show. We are the show that is freeing America one enslaved mind at a time. Thank you so much for joining us. It's a privilege and a pleasure to come before you. And by all means, ladies and gentlemen, by all means, please pay attention to this next message. We are brought to you by Keto Elevate. And I want you to note right here, CBMCT oil powder. This is the key weight loss ingredient in all keto diets. Now, the keto diet itself, the original, is impossible to stay on. Many people try and they fail. The average person who tries this tries 3 times and they give up. And they go, weight loss is not for me. No, not that weight loss program, but this one works. Why? Because all you got to do is take the powder. Even if you don't change your lifestyle, which we recommend building in strength training and cardio and a little bit of HIIT training if you can do that. We recommend that, but you won't have to do that if you just keep your lifestyle the same and take this product. You will lose weight. They guarantee it. They give you a 60-day money-back guarantee. No questions asked. And also, too, listen to this. This gets really interesting here. They're giving you a whopping over 50% off while supplies last. Go to ketowithhodges.com. That's ketowithhodges.com. Fully guaranteed weight loss product. CISA, under the control of DHS, and they have interfered in your right to know. And see, we always think the victim here of censorship is the person trying to communicate a message. The public is also the victim too. For example, when the Hunter Biden lies about the laptop, 51 intelligence agents said this is Russian disinformation. And we know now that's total lies. Congress has condemned this as total lies. Now, why they're not bringing people like Brennan and Clapper in and then charging them, I don't know why they're not doing that. But the reality is that they have declared this to be a lie. Yet, if you said anything about Hunter Biden's laptop, blah, 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 but it was after the election it came out, the laptop was real. This guy wasn't making it up. That's why he gave the stuff to the FBI. He said, it's too hot to handle. I can't be involved in this. And he handed it off to the FBI. What did the FBI do? Rather than say, thank you for doing your civic duty and communicating with us, they went after him. They've cost him money and legal fees. They've hurt his business. All for what? For telling the truth. Aha. But if you said Hunter Biden laptop, oh, that's Russian disinformation. And we heard that all the way through the election. And then a few months after the election, oh, gee, maybe there was something to this. It's election interference, folks. Let's make no mistake about it. And that happened. That's been proven with congressional hearings. But let's go on. Let's talk about what CISA does. CISA censors misinformation, which is really often truthful information that the government doesn't want you to know. For example, if you write in contrast to Mayorkas, who told Congress in a big, bold-faced lie, the border's under control. There's no problem with the border. We completely control who comes in. Yeah, they do. Everyone and anyone. Terrorists, criminals, murderers, rapists, child sex traffickers, fentanyl dealers, they're all welcome in America. So technically, I guess he might be telling the truth. But the reality is he was misleading Congress. And when people wrote about it, they were victims of censorship by CISA, working with social media and internet provider firms. I experienced some of this. Let's go back in time. I'm sure you will recall what happened to me in late May, early June. I could communicate with anybody. I could go on anyone's website. Anyone could go on my website except for me. You go, whoa, wait a minute. Dave Hodges couldn't get on his own website? Oh no, I was blocked. I was blocked. I couldn't do anything with my website. I had to go to a remote location and use a hotspot. And I had to drive 15 miles to do it. And the people who provided our internet service came, and they even came to my home. They worked, they checked everything. They go, Dave, this should be working. We have never seen anything like this. They escalated it to the regional Cloudflare office, and they said, we've never seen anything like this. And what was going on at the time? I was all over Mayorkas for lying about the border, and I was presenting evidence after evidence after evidence, and even citing some congressional testimony, which should be fair game for anybody to do, right? Because we know Congress would never lie. That would be a conspiracy theory. So I did all this, and I couldn't get into my website. Cloudflare even had a problem fixing it, and they didn't want to comment on the cause. I thought that was really interesting. They would not tell our internet provider reps what caused this to happen. They asked, they wouldn't tell them. I never got given a satisfactory answer for interference in my business. This is CISA at work. I don't need to see a report to know this is the pattern. And the director of CISA testified before Congress on lamenting the fact that the average person thinks you have the right to say something wrong, and it's under the bounds of freedom of speech. Do I not have the right to go on the net and say, you know, I'm looking at math a little different here. I think 2 + 2 is 5, and the earth is flat, and the sun goes up from west to east? Okay, do you not have the right to say misinformation? Because see, then that opens the door. They can go after satire, then they can go after comedians, which is what they're doing in Ukraine, Russia, and China. They're going after comedians. Why? Because they speak disinformation. No, it's satire. No, it's disinformation. People can't hear that other side. And when I was presenting evidence on the border, I was interfered with. And my evidence was well documented. A lot of it came from congressional testimony. But nonetheless, I was a victim. You are too. They're doing it today. They're interfering. A judge has issued an order. Judge Doty from New Orleans, federal district court judge, said the White House cannot interfere and be an agent of censorship, but they still are. The judge's order be damned. Well, that's it for the Common Sense Show. Please share this far and wide. Give us a big thumbs up. Support us. Sign up for the commonsenseshow.tv. Here we do the news. There we do in-depth documentaries, and people say, Dave, that's really good stuff. I know. We have really good experts we bring on that will share the truth with you and the rest of America. It helps you stay one step ahead of the burning bridge, because what was coming, ladies and gentlemen, is no longer coming. It's already here. We'll see you back here next time. God bless everybody.